billion for it. ISIS claiming they were behind Sunday's attack on the Muhammad cartoon contest in Garland, Texas. And they say they have dozens of soldiers in 15 states ready to carry out more attacks against American targets. Fox News contributor Gillian Turner is here. All right, Gillian, there's a debate going on here. And the debate is, stand up for free speech, hold the Muhammad cartoon contest, provoke the extremists. And the other side of the debate says, that's provocation. Don't do it. What say you?
The idea that Americans somehow invited acts of terrorism by displaying Prophet Muhammad cartoons, I believe, is a false paradigm that really prioritizes the subjective tastes of terrorists over and above our own constitutional rights to freedom of speech and expression. I think that more than ever before, what this attack and others demonstrate the powerful grip that radical ideology has gained across the globe since 9/11.
Yeah, fair point, fair point. Stand up for free speech. That's what you're saying, essentially. We are the home of free speech. Stand up for it. Exercise it. I happen to think that rights which are not exercised atrophy and fade. And you must not let that happen. That's my point of view. How about this latest statement from ISIS that they've got soldiers, 71 of them, in various states around the country? Do you think the administration understands the nature of this threat and the severity of this threat? And is it responding in an adequate fashion?
Well, I want to say first that, any information we get direct from ISIS is not ever going to amount to anything more than propaganda. So it's important for the American public and the administration to keep that in mind. But what I would pay attention to are the words of U.S. law enforcement and intelligence community officials, because that's important. Recall just a couple of months ago, FBI Director Mueller publicly acknowledged that he's got, in all 50 states, investigations relating to terror and terror threats ongoing. So that's an important signal.
It's an important signal. I just wonder if we should be taking a harder line, if we should be more combative. I mean, it looks like we're sort of absorbing this threat. We're kind of getting used to it. We're almost playing it down because we don't want to alarm the public. What's your sense of this?
That's a very real and tangible fear that you've got. I share it. Just as it's important that we don't allow the terrorists to set the norms and the terms for public discourse, freedom of speech, it's also important that we don't allow them to ultimately dictate the terms in which we carry on our daily lives, whether that's traveling on public transportation, flying in the air, what have you. I think it's important that the government at this point, the administration, really take a stand not only against terrorist activity, but against the ideology.
I think President Obama is running a grave political risk here. If he underplays the threat of ISIS, and he did call them the JV team just as they were getting started, if that's his approach and we get a significant incident in the next 18 months, the president looks very bad politically on the issue of security.
Absolutely, and I think that almost anyone you talk to in the administration at this point is going to admit that the president was in error when he made that JV comment. It's since become infamous. He's been proven wrong on multiple fronts. You only need to talk to any of our allies in the Middle East, Israel or the Arab allies, to really get a more fulsome understanding of just how much ISIS has grown and spread over the last couple of years to make that comment no longer legitimate.
The threat is here, and I think the anxiety level is rising. Gillian Turner, always a pleasure to have you on the program. Come again soon. Thank you.